To solve this system of 3 equations with our graphing calculator, the very first thing that we want to do is to rethink this as a matrix. Here's what I mean. I want to take my equation and we're going to put it into a matrix using only the coefficients. So what I've got here are the coefficients on the x's. Those are going to go in my very first column. In the second column, I'm going to put the coefficients for those y's, the 3, the -3, and the -3. And then I've got the coefficients for the z's. So that's a -1. There are no z's in the second equation. And then 1 is the coefficient for that third z. All I've got left is to combine the constants that are on the other side of the equation. Now, instead of putting them into their own matrix, we're going to combine those together into what we call an augmented matrix. Where that vertical line is, I'm actually going to get rid of it, but that's where the equals sign goes. We want to put this matrix into our calculator. To do that, I'm going to go to my matrix menu, so second followed by the x to the -1, and then I want to edit a matrix. So I'm going to right arrow over to edit and then enter. Right now it's giving me a 2 by 2 matrix, 2 rows and 2 columns, but I've got 3 rows, so 3 enter, and 4 columns, 4 enter. If you mix up the dimension, the size, no big deal, you can just switch that around. Now that I'm here, I can start putting in my numbers. So 1 followed by enter, 3 followed by enter. I've got a negative, so I'm going to make sure and pick up the little negative down by my enter key. So -1 and then enter, and then 12. And then for my next equation, its coefficients are 2, -3, 0 with 6 on the other side. And then that third one is a 1, a -3, a 1, and again, picking up that little negative at the bottom, a -2. Once I've got this in here, I'm going to let my calculator simplify and give me the answers. So let's quit here to get to our home screen. So I want to go second, followed by quit. And then I'm going to go back into my matrix menu. So second, followed by matrix. This time we're going to simplify. So I want to go to that math sub menu. Now we're looking for rref, which is row reduced echelon form. It's a huge term, but believe me, it's exactly what we need. I'm going to arrow up. You could also arrow down, but I know it's towards the end of my list here. I'm going to arrow up until I see that rref and then hit enter. Now I just need that matrix name. So back to my matrix menu, second followed by matrix, and then my matrix name is A. I can hit enter from here and then enter again. Now it's giving me a whole number 5 and it's giving me a decimal for that second value. Let's go ahead and convert our values to fractions. To do that, I go to my math menu and then the very first choice is convert to fraction. So I hit convert to fraction and it says, oh, you want your answer converted to a fraction? Yes, please. And I've got that 4/3. Let's go ahead and read each of these rows as our answers. The very first row gives me a single x. Remember that vertical line would be right next to the last column. So I've got x equals 5. In that second row, I've got just one y. And on the other side, I've got a 4/3, so y equals 4/3. And then finally, we've got one z in the last row, and that's equal to a -3, or we could write the ordered triple this way. I've got another video for you here.